Pack. What's good? Where my dogs at?
What's
What
happening?
up?
What's
What up?
happening?
Yo, what's good? What's good, man?
Good,
Good
bro.
What's
things.
going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your boy FICO Jordan. We back again for another weekly rendition. Sorry, of the weekly watch list call. We about to get straight to it. It's an early Saturday morning for the bros out on the West Coast. How y'all
Sheesh.
feeling this? How y'all feeling this morning? Some of y'all ain't been to sleep yet.
Man,
Oh,
another
man.
day, another dollar, man. You know, the
Yep.
grind don't stop.
Hey, I'm like
Y'all,
Portnoy. I'm running off of Revenge and Adderall. Whatever he said, I ain't got no Adderall, but that's
Right on.
that's what I'm running
Yes,
off
oh
sir.
of.
man,
That's
Right
what I'm running
on.
off of right there. I like
man.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, so the market had a downturn a little bit this week. We had a few members shaking in their boots. They was needing a little rehabilitation. Y'all know how we do for these traders that come over to the group. They
hmm
was wanting they was trying to get talked off the ledge from selling their positions. They didn't like seeing red in a lot of these, but we kind of recognized fairly early on what was happening. What nothing but a little bit of straightening.
Yeah, just a little
And
inside weed from the market. Nice hammer
man,
though.
just a little
Yeah,
inside week. Man, look, we just look it's corrective activity. So
yeah.
it's just something that we try to get people to understand when they pop in. But we believe that there might have been a little moving and shaking due to a particular hero of the people having to sell some of his shares to his company, the big dog Elon Musk. Um, as CNBC is putting it, Tesla had its worst week in 20 months after the CEO and founder and the man who's going to get us to Mars sold 5.7 billion worth of Tesla shares. Now, obviously, we know that they're trying to paint it as if the man may have like lost money or something like that because we know CNBC is not for the people. So in this case, CNBC ends up telling us that 5.7 billion dollars. They kind of make it seem like it was lost, but the man made 5.7 billion dollars. It is what it is.
A lot of chicken.
Um,
And
and so,
he exercised options at that.
right. Oh, okay. I didn't even
Yeah,
realize
that
that.
was the article. Like he exercised options contracts that he's had for over for years.
Damn.
He just exercised some options and
At
got the
least
shares.
Bro, this dude getting the chicken straight up. Um, man,
He
hmm
and
paid.
now one of the things that we end up seeing about how he operated throughout this whole thing, personally, I rock with Elon because last week Elon gets on Twitter and they're having a conversation about taxes, and he puts it out there as if I were to sell, $10 billion, whatever worth, or was it 10%, like we'd have to pay in his taxes as part of his whole
10%.
position.
10%. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it comes out that apparently since September, it's already been known that he was going to have to sell these shares anyway. So technically, Elon was just giving the market the heads up. Like at
Yeah.
the end of the day, he was. If you watch the show Narcos and you've seen season 3, spoiler alert, you know that when a particular character in the show was getting set up by the feds with a meeting with his Padre just gave him that look like, and like, don't even come over here. Like
that up there.
Elon gave us the heads up, and I mad respect to the guy Elon Musk, man. Um, but
Yeah, man.
the week played out well this week. How did y'all how things fare? How do you guys think things fared for 2 down days and inside up? We seen what was coming, but
Yeah.
how did how'd it go?
I mean, for me, I think it was just the gap up on Monday. If you took the right entries, then if you waited on the market to kind of adjust itself after the gap up on Monday, you was fine. If you got caught up in the gap up Monday, then you had to sit through chop for the week. Uh, my thought process would have been just to kind of reposition yourself, maybe buy some additional contracts, whatever it is, versus jumping out because next week we're gonna go rippy. So what's the point in sitting through all this chop this week for you to get out on Thursday and Friday? You done sat through all the trouble now. So
I,
it's like, yeah, you know,
seeing seeing the reaction that certain individuals had tells me that they don't look at things from a macro time frame.
Right.
right.
Just on TOS alone, if you look at this year, what typically happens the week before or the week of options expiration on these contracts? We get
Oh yeah,
corrective activity for a couple days.
All right.
It's like it's expected. Like we just
Right.
wait for it to happen. And though individuals had November 19th or December monthlies, they was scared in their boots.
hmm yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Big fact.
There's just a
Definitely.
lack of knowledge and understanding of the market.
Yeah, I like our resume put it. It's definitely good times to buy on those reversals, buy into your contracts, buy more contracts that you're already in that you got time on. Perfect time to do that. I feel like I grew as a trader this week. I didn't do too much trading. Added to my Visa. Added got in Mr. Friday's Uber call. Didn't do too much, but two up on the port. Added to my patience as a trader, something that I'm learning from my family, my pack family, my brothers. They definitely, they know I love weeklies myself, but
Same.
definitely been growing as a trader in my patience for sure.
Yeah,
Same.
what's crazy. So we're in MU this week, and so what happens is people are just flat out emotional. It has nothing to do with charts.
Yeah.
So what's so funny? We had MU go up two up every single day of the week. Every single day of the week it went two up, but because you'd have the spike ups and then profit taking, then people start getting emotional about the profit taking, even though the odds in our chart setups say the most likely scenario is that it's going to go two up the next day and continue to go up because once buyers start coming in, the buyers are coming in. So people are literally
Right.
getting shaken out of positions with time that are going up just because of nerves. Nothing more, nothing more, nothing less. So I guess this scarcity mindset, that they put into traders, to make them feel like things have to go down, and it's just flat not true because gas prices don't have to go down and housing prices don't have to go down. It's not going to happen. And then with the stocks go up, right? So if I tell anybody, look at any chart on the stock market on any time frame, and tell me where this unbelievable crash to the downside happened that we didn't recover from. People talk about a top. I always say there is no top. There's only corrections. The market is manipulated. It's designed to go higher. There is no top. There's only buying opportunities. So we have buying opportunities. Let's get some money. That's it.
Two up.
Let's get some money.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
let's get some money. That's what we here for. So let's just jump right into it. You know how we get down. We gonna go ahead and take a brief overview of what the market looked like and finish like last week, and then we'll move on from there. Let's see. So right now, at the finish of the week, we had materials finishing full time frame continuity to the upside from the month through the 4 hour and the quarter. Right now on XLC communications, we did finish with a very strong end to the week. We are currently green on the month with that 322 trigger over 82.16, magnitude back to 86.36. We did finish inside down on the week, but it is a hammer. We were green on the day, green on the 4 hour. The month right now for XLEs looking like it's inside, looking like it want to hang around on that upper side to push up higher. It has a little bit of conflict, but it's red on the month, red on the week, red on the day. Green finish, man, that is tight, Doji. Green on the finish in the week, and then green on that 4. Financials, red month, looks like a inside red week. Now the hammer on the day is very intriguing, even though it's up near the top of this broadening formation. I'm on the macros, but price wants to expand. It's going to break out. To be honest, the way it's building up on the volume shelf there on the day, I see financials possibly going to break out of that range and move higher. In industrials right now, we got a green month, green or red week, green day, green 4 hour, XLK, big green, except for the week. Strong finish to end that, setting up a potential 2-2 continuation off of that hammer. Now we got XLP staples, green month, same hammer setup that you're seeing on XLK. Now the day is red, and that 4 hours red seeming to be building up on the volume shelf on the 4 hours. Seeing that range tighten up there. We could be looking for another move higher to take out that all-time high of 73.25. Real estate, full time frame continuity? No. We got a green month. We have a inside red week, so we're looking at a 3-1 setup. Could go 2 upside or downside. Wait for that break. We have build up there on the day. Looking at the previous rejection level from the beginning of September, it finished red on the day and red at that 4. Looks like utilities, red month, red week, red day, red 4 hour. Right now, they're taking a pause, full time frame continuity to the downside. So you do have an inside week setting up to the downside. We'll have to see what that move and break has set up for utilities. Healthcare, red month. We have an inside up week. That's green, a red day finish with a hammer, and inside up on the 4 hour. And discretionary, we have a finish that got rejected at 212.70. Now it did finish 2 down on the week, but it did fail to move in force below 201.42. I'm setting up a red hammer, so we're looking at a 122 reversal over 204.05, seeing if I could take us back to magnitude up to 212.70 there on discretionary. Boss Gang VIP. What can you tell us this week about what the Almanac has to say going into this week in November?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So getting right into it, the Monday before November expiration, the Dow has been up 11 of the last 16 sessions. We're expected to be definitely bullish on Monday. Of course, we see a lot of these gap ups coming off this correction that we've had this last week. The week before Thanksgiving, the Dow has been up 19 of the last 27 sessions, an average of 1.4%. On the up days, the November expirations day, the Dow has been up 14 of the last 18. The Dow surged in 2008. So as you can see, we see a lot of Dow stuff coming. We've seen Dow bounce off these lows. It hasn't, hit the news or anything, but things have been moving up slowly. We've seen a lot of money come in for these infrastructure plays, whether clean energy, even the mining plays, the companies that have to dig into the ground. So we are expecting the rest of November to be overall bullish. Of course, November started the best actual run for the stock market of the year. So although you may hear people throw warning signs out about market corrections and things going down, we just simply look at the charts left to right and they go up. Even in the COVID correction, if you look at the chart on the year, it just simply made a 3-up hammer. So we're definitely going to be bullish. We're looking to take some long positions on some different things, on some stocks that have been beaten down, and we're definitely going to have some opportunities. But yeah, we're looking really, really good in the market coming up. And we, as always, in Alpha Pack, we're just going to find out where the money resides and go from there.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. So we're gonna jump straight into these watch lists. You know how we get down. Investor for Legacy, my guy. What you got for us this week? You muted, bro.
Oh, my bad, Pack family. What's good, guys? Let's see. I'm gonna start with XLF. I'm liking what I see on the inside week. My 2 favorite plays within financials that I'll be watching, especially if it breaks to the upside. Let's start with C, Citibank. It's a nice hammer on the day. I'm noticing that. I see a 212 setting up on the week. I like that it's 1 penny away from going 2 up on the day and the week at the same time. So I will be watching for that break. It pretty much happened simultaneously. It might gap up over that as well. So we'll just see. I'm loving GS as well within financials. Goldman Sachs is looking to like it's bouncing off of a broad information that I see on the weekly chart. Where's FICO's weekly chart? Which one is your weekly FICO? Okay, down there. Yep. Yep. I see. You can see that 3 right on the previous week. Connect those lower lows. Yep. It looks like it definitely bouncing off that weekly broad information that I see as well on FICO screen. Next thing that I want to mention is some couple crypto plays. I'm liking BTBT a lot. One of the Pack family members put me on this crypto sympathy play a while ago. Forgot his name. Forgive me, brother. Forgive me, Pack family. But I'm loving that it's a double inside week going currently. Currently, it's consolidating heavily on a point and control. You can see that too on your screen as well, FICO's screen. I'm loving also that it's a 212 forming above on the month once it gets above 1425. So if we break that double inside week, I think we can break a 2 up on the month as well. So I'm watching BTBT. It's kind of been lagging compared to a lot of the other crypto players right now. I don't see this crypto bull run ending anytime soon. So I know it's only a matter of time for this one to get some of the love as well, some of that action as well. So BTBT heavily watching, and Riot. I definitely have to mention Riot. This thing has been looking super impressive. It's the main thing I have to highlight about Riot is just looking impressive. It has more room to go. Riot used to be the leader in the crypto sector. But then Mara, after a couple earnings, Mara's books look better. So I guess that's the reason why they started to lead inside the lane on the crypto space. But I see plenty of magnitude to the upside for this. If you look at his monthly chart on the upper right, it's plenty of magnitude to the upside for us to take out. I'll be watching Riot for us as well. I have those alerts set for us, Pack family. Let me continue. Facebook, still loving that. Still loving Facebook. It had an inside week, hammer week. It's pretty impressive. You can see on the bottom of FICO's weekly chart, the broad information, they disappeared. But it's continuing that bounce off of that bottom of the one he just highlighted there. It's still continuing that bounce. It just was an inside week, so I still expect it to get to the top. And that bounce that initially came in right when it dropped the meta news. Coincidentally, we know that news, all this price action is proceeding. Everything's preceding price action. So we could have seen some news coming up, bouncing off of that broad information before, it would even drop. So no surprise there. So after this inside week to the upside, I'll be looking at Facebook as well. Next play, I am liking Nova, Nova, ticker NOVA. Double inside week there. I have not played this one yet. I think I've heard some of my Pack brothers mention this one before. I haven't played it before. The contracts look great. The setup looks good. So I will be watching Nova for this double inside break of the week. Couple more Pack family. Chewy is next. I'm sorry. No, actually Tiva. Tiva is next. Man, this one is looking golden as far as the contracts goes. Plenty of magnitude to the upside. Very, very affordable contracts. This thing could definitely feed the Pack family. I'm loving what I'm seeing in Tiva inside week. Some nice magnitude to the upside. Let's see if it goes our direction. Then it will be called. This is definitely like I said, the premiums they move so well. They move quickly. It's a jumper. Something that could go from 5 cents to 10 cents in a second type of contract. So doubling your profits pretty quickly. So we'll be watching Tiva. It's been a while since we played 8 off them, but looks like a payday could come soon. Chewy, liking Chewy as well. Same reasons as I'm liking the Facebook. Is still continuing that bounce of a broad information. But it's just had an inside hammer week, basically. Same thing as Facebook. They both have similar setups right now. Inside hammer weeks, not too far ago, bouncing off of weekly broad information. So, yes, sir, I like them a lot. And last but not least, I'm gonna go into details about them. But Dash and Airbnb, they both run simultaneously. If you haven't noticed. I guess they're just both looked at as sympathy COVID plays, so they kind of run together. But both of them are looking to make all-time highs right now. Airbnb, Dash is closer, but Airbnb is both. Like I said, they both are very close to making all-time highs within $10, and I think that'll be some easy money for us to hop in. At this point, those all-time highs are looking like guarantees for both of those stocks. How beautifully they've been running lately, for sure. So that's all I'll be watching. The Pack family. Pass it on to my brothers.
Thank you, Legacy. Thank you, bro. Wall Street Road, what's good with you, Brody?
Hey, what's happening? What's happening?
What you got for us this week?
Let's see. All right, so starting off, the list was Facebook. Brad just went over that, so I'm gonna skip that one. Next we got MRK, Merck. If you look at Merck on the week, we setting up for a 2-2 rev on the week above 84.26. If you look at it on the day, you see we got a gap to fill up to 89.27. So the target for the weekly rev is going to send us back in the full time frame continuity and some more. So I'm looking at that, looking for that to fill that gap. Next on the list, we got PDD. For PDD, we're looking to go outside month. We got a 3-1 set up on the 4-hour right now. Confirmed 312 above 95.12. And if you look on the day, we breaking out of a chop area. So I'm looking for that 312 to send us out of that chop, so we could take off. Next on the list, we got Roku. We bouncing off the bottom of a weekly broadening formation. We got a 2-2 rev on the week above 285.63. 285.63. We got an early entry on the day with a 2-2 rev on the day above 275.79. So yeah, we're gonna see what that do. Next on my list, I got Dollar General, DG. DG got a hammer on the week, setting up for a 2-2 rev on the week above 225.69. We also got, an early entry if you want to take it on the 4-hour, setting up a 212 above 225.40. So that's not really too much of a difference. Next on the list, we got Etsy. So if you look at Etsy, we completed a 212 on a day last session. We got a hammer on the week, a nice strong hammer on the week. We dropped down to 243 on the week. It got bought back up. Now we sitting at 273. So we got a 212 on the week, confirmed above 273. So we're gonna see what that do. Next on the list, we got Chewy. Same thing with Chewy. We went 2 up on the month, and now we sitting at a hammer on the week. We're gonna have a 2-2 rev week above 77.44. So looking for that to bust a move. We had a strong session last Last session on Friday, we went two down on the day, got bought back up, went three on the day, strong. So we're gonna see what that do. And I had two more. Let me see, or one more, and then we got EA. EA, we setting up for a 312 on the week above 146.59. Also setting up for a 312 on the month above. I think it's about the same. Let me see, 146.70. I think we already completed the 312 on the month. So, oh no, we right there. We right there. So we creeping up on it. 145.44. Yeah, so we a couple pennies away from the 312 on the month. We're gonna get the 312 on the week, about the same level. So I'm liking how that's looking. Looking to take advantage of that. We got an early entry on the 4 hour if you want to take it, 146.26, but they all about the same level. So yeah, I'm liking the way that's looking. And that's what I got.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Get some sleep, my guy.
Man, boy.
Yo, Boss Gang VIP, bro. What you got for us this week, big dog? You muted, bro. Hey, you muted. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
My bad, my bad. I'm going off over here. I'm getting spicy over here, bro. I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
We're gonna keep this simple. We're gonna find the money. Now, here's the deal. This is how we're gonna play this. The amount of time you get on your contracts is based on your risk profile, and it's based on how long you want to be in these trades, and how much magnitude the play has. I've mentioned months and months and time again that you want to try to take advantage of some of the low premiums on long contracts, and the people who have been taking advantage of having time on their contracts, or multiplying their ports very, very, very quickly, just because the prices are so cheap. So trying to get you guys in here when things are cheap before they've run up, so you can get the highest amount of premium. Just understand that, the shorter amount of time you have, it's a higher risk. The more time you give yourself, it's going to be less risky, higher chance for success. First stock we've been looking at, and I'm going to continue to look at it. Semiconductors have been running super, super strong. MU, we've been in MU. It's been going two up every day. We've seen with these semiconductors and different things. Once stocks get to rolling, they continue to rolling. MU above 78.02 looks good. There is no reason for me to feel like it won't continue to finish out the month extra, extra strong. MU has been absolutely incredible for us. Another one we've been looking at the last few weeks, took an entry on Friday, was Kroger, ticker symbol KR, looking for Kroger to continue to be bullish off the reversal that it showed. We actually got in a little bit early. So just depending on how much time you have, there is a ton of potential on Kroger above 42.72. I'm definitely going to be looking at Kroger this week. Of course, clean energy fuel cell has been absolutely phenomenal. It came off the lows at about $6.40 a few weeks ago, has continued to run. Looking at fuel cell above 1162, and I'm going to keep mentioning, if you guys want to give yourself some time on these plays, you're going to really, really help yourself out. Another one, the small account play, HL Mining, which we've been in Helco Mining, which has been really, really good. Got a couple members on the small account play on HL Mining, 653 on HL Mining. We're going to continue to give this one time, and we are going to continue to let this one go up. I'm really, 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 really big on these mining companies and all these materials.
What ticker is that?
HL, Helka Mining, HL. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Been really, 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 really big on these. I know Resume's been playing this weed and precious metal and eating off that. So I'm really, really big on these metal plays. Something. Oh, BLDP, Ballard Power, another clean energy. Ballard Power, again, another company with time. Contracts are amazing. The contract move. Give yourself some time to reach these magnitudes. We're gonna look back next year and say, hey man, I could have got some of these companies really, really cheap. And I knew what was coming. So you don't want to overthink this. You don't want to be too smart when it comes to this stuff. Another semiconductor, looking for the laggers, TSM. TSM. When we look at SMH, the Van Actor Semiconductor ETF, we see these huge runs out of semiconductors. Simple supply and demand issue for me. I'm just looking for the ones that had the best setups that haven't run. Of course, TSM Taiwan Semiconductors, one of the biggest semiconductors on the planet, leading in market cap. It's been trading inside of some chop. So I'm actually looking for TSM to break out of this chop and absolutely go ballistic. So I'm looking at some entries on TSM above 118.82. 118.82. I'm looking for this one. If TSM moves in force, which I see no reason that it wouldn't move, especially lagging in these semiconductors. There are people waiting on this one. So, just thinking like a hedge fund, we want to own some TSM. We're going to be waiting on that one for sure. The last one I have is I actually got two. One I'm going to keep on eye on is Vail. I don't have the levels for Vail right now. The reason is because Vail has a downside. It has a 1289 potential break to the upside. I am going to be in Vail. I'm just looking for the entry on Vail. I am going to be in Vail next year. This will be out of here. This is one of the biggest metal companies in the world. They're absolutely going to be out of here. So again, looking for a break would be 1289, but I'm going to wait so I can get an entry. Hopefully it gaps down and then it gives me an even better entry to go long. The last one I'll be looking at, EV plays Solo, SOLO. Just noticed some interesting price action. Looking really at these monthly charts on Solo, and I've been able to go back, some time and just look at this price action. So we got this monthly consolidation we had last November, ended October, it broke out in November, went from $3.27 all the way up to approaching $14. We had a similar break between 2007 or 2018. We had this big giant move out of this monthly consolidation break. It was above 177, and that took that move from 177 on one candle all the way up from $6.70. So I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but if we get any kind of breakout like that, the similar breakout that we've had before on Solo, we can expect something absolutely amazing. Lagging behind with these EV plays. That's all I got. Just trying to find the laggers. Let's see how we do.
Yo, that HL looks fuego. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
As always, Boss Gang brought the heat. Mr. Check My Resume. What you got for us this week?
What's good? What's good? Yeah, let me bring you down to my side. My boy, Wall Street Road, had a lot of similar setups that I'm looking at for the week, which is always a good sign when the bros are seeing the same thing I'm seeing, investing for legacy. And, Boss Game VIP, I think we always have similar thinking on plays. So it's just, giving me some added confirmation for the plays I'm looking at for the week. And let's just get into it. Some of these plays we've heard before, we've seen. First one, Citigroup, which I won't talk about because Investing for Legacy covered that one. The day and week breaks at a penny level, essentially the same level, is fire to me. The next one I had was Kroger, but Boss Game VIP went over that one as well. So I won't take any time to spend on Kroger either. Next one that y'all will be familiar with is Dollar Tree, DLTR. We've got a 212 potentially on the week. If you've been tracking this trade with us in the Alpha Pack, you know we took this trade on the week of October 18th, and that trade essentially 1119 alerts went over 1,000%. We had an inside week this past week, which gave us a buying opportunity. So if you want to get into this trade, we are now at the level of around 113. And the next leg up for Dollar Tree is in the 126, 127 level. We have taken this trade all the way down from $100 basically all the way up to the level it's at now. So here's another entry point for you, 212 on the week above 115.05. And if you buy time, which I would suggest, that should take you into that 126 range, which I think will be the ultimate end of that move. Definitely like that setup on Dollar Tree. So that'll be a continuation play. We've actually made 1119 alerts. We had the 1119 110s and the 1119 105 calls that were alerted by the pack a few weeks ago. So we should be sitting way over 1,000% on those. So just a heads up, Dollar Tree is giving us an entry. Next one on the list, EA Sports. I won't spend any time on that one either. I seen the bros pull that one up. We got that 212 on the week. So again, EA Sports is on my list. And here's another one that we will be familiar with, Costco. We've got Costco back again, similar to how Dollar Tree did this past week. We had an inside week on Costco. And again, we alerted to the pack. Costco at 453.94 was our level for entry on the week of October the 18th for Costco. We have taken that trade all the way up to a high of 520.21 last week. We stayed inside this week, so we've got a potential 212 above 519.66 on Costco. And when I tell you there ain't nothing but air and opportunity, it ain't nothing but air and opportunity on Costco. I mean, there ain't no broad information around. So just keep that one on your radar. Looks fire. We in a blue sky breakout at this point now. And I like those continuation plays. And just to keep on the theme of the video game makers, EA did look fire, but I also saw Activision with the inside week. So potentially we could have a 212 on the week. Above your level here is $70.04. We are also in a gap on Activision that'll take us back to level of $77.04. So we've got about an $8 gap or a $7 and change gap to fill here. So definitely something to keep your watch on for Activision. I actually might like Activision better than EA right now because there's a huge wall on EA right at 150. There's some major broad informations, which if you look at the chart on the macro for EA, you'll see that it won't crack that level. So there's just a huge selling wall there. So I like Activision. I think there's less resistance, or what's the right word? Path of least resistance on Activision. So keep Activision on your radar. Another one Wall Street Road talked about was Etsy. I think it looks amazing. That's the only thing I'm going to really reference on Etsy. It looks amazing. Wall Street Road covered that perfectly. Another one that he covered as well is MRK. This one's fire. I am going to bring this one up just a tad because we were already in MRK as of last week. I believe Lucy hung in there longer than I did. Lucy, I believe, hit 3,000% on MRK. We alerted some 1119s to get in MRK at around the $81.48 level. And that thing took off and hit a high of 91.40 and then pulled back 2 weeks ago. And so now this week is giving us a 2 down with a hammer. So we're looking for entry again on Merck. So this could be a good buying opportunity. So I won't get into levels. Wall Street Rogue already covered that. Just really wanted to make that comment. Really like to set up on Merck. Next one for banks. I saw Investing for Legacy brought up Goldman Sachs. I also like Wells Fargo. We have a potential 322 on Wells Fargo above 51.37. I really like the setup here. This one's clean. I like to take Wells Fargo for about 3-4 points. I'm not looking for a major move on it, but it looks solid back to the $54 level. And so Wells Fargo looks solid. I think Citibank setup looks better to me. So if I had a choice, I'd probably go with Citibank between the two. And next one on the list is Abbott Laboratories, and I promise I'm almost done. ABT. And with Abbott, I'll quickly go through these. We've got a day and week trigger. Your day trigger is a 2-2 rev above 128.85 on Abbott. And on the week, you have a 3-2-2 above 128.96. So you got an 11-cent difference between day and week for those breaks there. Abbott Laboratories, as Cam G smacked on those a few weeks ago, Abbott Laboratory can't pay when it moves. Moving back to one of the pack favorite stocks we've got Target, TGT, 322 on the week above 261.87. So definitely keep Target on your radar. We like Target in here. Next one on the list is Dollar General. Just a little sympathy from the Dollar Tree play. And again, when we make those entries on Dollar Tree, or when I made those alerts on Dollar Tree a few weeks ago, Cam G made an alert for Dollar General. So just wanted to bring this one to your attention as well. For Dollar General, we've got a 2-2 rev on the week at 225.69. And Dollar Tree, Dollar General, they typically run similarly. They're not going to be identical, but they run similarly. And my last one I have is Netflix. I really like this Netflix setup. We've got a 2-2 rev on the week, and that's above 683.34. So I really like the setup on Netflix. And the other one that I saw that I really like was Chewy, but that one's already been covered by my boy Wall Street Rogue. Definitely like that Chewy setup as well. Those are all fire. I'm supremely confident in this in the week coming up. So that's pretty much what I got. All good. Back to you, FICO.
What's good? Let's see. Looks like we got the watch list done for the week. You guys got some heat for us, straight up.
Yes, sir. Yes,
everyone,
sir.
make sure as you go through these charts, make sure you set alerts for these charts. And quick tip, if you use Think or Swim, take the contracts that you're interested in trading and put them in a quotes watch list. That way they are quickly accessible when your trigger alert goes off and you can make that purchase on your active trader. Just a quick tip for you, you know what I'm saying, so you can move a little bit more efficient. So the triggers, especially if they move in force, don't get too far away from you. If not, you'll be waiting for the TTO to get in. Make sure you do not get dropped off. You guys got any things you want to say to the pack before we get up out of here?
Just wanted to add, Boss Game VIP,
Okay.
you'll probably have an appreciation for this, but it looks like we having a repeat of what we had 3 weeks ago, where all the shopping companies, the Walmarts, the Targets, the Dollar Trees, Dollar Generals, all them setting up really good this week. So we could have something similar to that week where they just went ballistic. So just wanted to throw that out there for the pack.
Yeah, we see it coming. And then I just want to reiterate, if you want to make money in the stock market, it's not about how often you trade. You're going to make more money by taking less trades that you have conviction in and actually putting enough capital in there to see the kind of returns that you want over time. So when we go to work, we typically don't get paid every day. We get paid, twice a month, monthly sometimes. You get different payouts that come quarterly. Maybe you might get yearly annuity payments or something like that. So the money that comes, it doesn't have to necessarily come that day or even within that week. The people who have the biggest gains, these 2,000%, we've seen people in our group 5,000%, 10,000% on the port by simply getting in plays off reversals with magnitude and letting stocks do what they do and go up. So just want to leave people with that. Take advantage of the opportunities. Don't be short-sighted.
Absolutely.
I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Want to remind everybody on that. Make sure you follow all of the Fat Pack leaders. You can find us on our socials pretty much at all the names that are displayed. Please keep it up. We man, just run with the pack, brothers. We're powerful alone, but stronger together. I'm gonna keep repeating that for us. That's our motto. That's how we roll in every way. And let's run. Let's get it.
Wall Street Road, get you some sleep, bro.
Hey, good morning and good night. You know what time it is.
You heard him. Peace.